most of you saw my wank yesterday of that EICI I did a few months ago. But over the next few days, me and little Dick are doing the upgrade. So I've just filled my van with random singles, 2515 sticks, tails, various things to extend. I have to extend a board I think today. There's a couple of boards that I think I'm relocating due to space. Crimper, dim rail connections, load of sleeving, offcuts of trunking and uni-strut just in case to do some headers or something like that, the usual rubbish. And so hopefully we'll see how we get on over the next, I think it's like 6 days. Alright, got my machine, lunch, laptop, because it was 6 months ago since I was there last, and I got my enough to do this. I got like my Bible of this job, so it's got all the issues and stuff. I've not been back there for ages, so this was my what I used to quote. It looks like a fucking but it's like organised mess. So rough list of all the RCBOs. Yeah, so hopefully it goes all right. Six ways, 12 ways, 3-phase breakers, very expensive box of RCBOs, RCBOs, big 3-phase, 36-way, 3 of them. I think it's a 24-way, I think now. And I'll crack on, Lawrence. Oh. And on to the next one. Should be over here somewhere. There it is. Just went up a cat ladder and that was a struggle. Right, this one. To be honest, this week's the easiest of the 2 weeks I'm here. It's all single phase boards this week, and then next week it's all the 3-phase boards. Hopefully, it's going all right. I haven't shown you loads of what I've done because I got to make money. So if you enjoyed it, I'll do some more tomorrow. I appreciate it's only a few little bits, but it's what a right, day 2. It's just a couple of 12 ways today, fully loaded 12 ways, and I think it does all the it does a lot of the lighting. That's what we did yesterday. One of the boards did one of the offices, and then that 12 way up on the roof did a lot of the lighting, and today we're doing all the other lighting boards as well. And hopefully I'll get a few pictures. So it's all isolated back down at the supply end and locked off, just figuring out what neutral was what, because none of them were identified. Although they were in terminals 1 to 12, they weren't actually the corresponding neutrals, so we had to find them. And if you don't know how, I'm not going to show you. Got to deal with a relay, a few key switches, got to pull all these interlinks out between all these boxes, pull it all out. I'm going to probably put the new board here in between these 2 bushes. I think like 50mm, 40 something mil bushes and couplers, and so the main supply will go straight into the Hager board, into the isolator, and then bosh all the circuits back in. I've got most of them. There's a few circuits, few neutrals unidentified and don't correspond with the lines, so I'm not sure what we're going to do with them at the moment. I might put them in a connector separately and then see, but I don't think I think something's been ripped out and not put back in and left. Right, another shift done. Couple of boards changed. I think we've got 3 tomorrow, but only 3 little ones. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Right, little one today. Well, 3 little ones today. I see this one, get it on. Another one in that one over there. Get off your and then one in the gatehouse. Let's crack on. Right, just a little 6-way here. I think it's 4 circuits. There's 4 RCBOs going in. The armoured cable is bonded. The armament is bonded at the supply end. Not at this load end, but it is done at the supply end. I'm not going to re-gland it just for the sake, just so I can put a bond on both ends. It is done at the supply end. I might have to relocate that in the trunking, maybe extend it, bring it in the top there, because my new board is slightly shorter than the old one. But all of those there and that all will go in the bottom and then the rear entry there. I've just marked I'm going to do a 20mm hole there with a file grommet, extend that, and then bring it down in to the top of the board. We all know my opinion. Modular blanks are the safest and the best. Still waiting for CF to deliver some. I've got like 60 coming, but they haven't come today. So I'm going to bosh in some of these clipping metal ones for now, and then when the module blanks come, I'll bosh them in. But yeah. Oh yeah, there was one that was off, wasn't there? What? What I'll do, right, I'm done today. I didn't get many pictures or videos. There were 2 boards here, DB, CP and PP. It used to do a lot of plant equipment. They used to have loads of plant equipment up here. That's what it looks like, but it's all been it's all been stripped out. It's all been ripped out, stripped out. And so I condensed. There were issues with both boards. There's various sockets and heaters and things on both the boards, and still got to rip out a few other things and put a cleat in the armoured cable there, but condensed both the boards down into one. I've done a little like time lapse to see what it looks like when I get home. Terminated the second board in there safely, and yeah, all tested, all back on here and labelled up, and then ready for. I'm back here Monday, I think. I've got another job to do tomorrow, and I'm back here Monday to do. I'll show you the board that I got to do, which is a bit of a probably the most awkward one. The other 2 3-face boards are not straightforward, but they're not as awkward. It's just the lack of space on the one I got to do Monday. But that's what I've been up to today. You probably saw I posted a couple of pictures, but this is. I don't know if you guys have Monday morning headaches, but this is my Monday morning headache. The Hager board is slightly taller, it is slightly wider, so I'm going to have to temporarily unscrew these saddles, bend the conduit out of the way. I've decided that I'm probably going to get rid of this trunking, and that's just a lighting contactor that I can unscrew and move out of the way. I'm going to put the board at that height. New bit of 100 by 100 or 100 by 50 trunking across the top. Terminate all the armoured cables into that header trunking. I can move that, I'll relocate that contactor. That's just a single contactor, lighting contactor. And then terminate all the armoured in the top, cut a big slot in the Hager board and extend them down. Right, just had to pop to CF to pick up some 100 by 100 galv trunking. So obviously I wanted a Monday morning rape in. We have also need to pick up some 4mm Windows ferrules, SWA, and some serrated washers. And if you don't know what they are, it's probably because you're cable clipping, twinning up into your nan's loft. But at least CF kept me warm on my insides with actually some decent coffee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 100 by 100 galv header on the top here. Take this plate off, cut a slot out on the bottom of it, that side, grommet strip it. The reason I've gone 100 by 100 is because I've got, I think it's about 10 armoured cables coming to the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. So just to give myself a little bit extra space and room. So that'll sit on top of that, just a little piece. All the armoured into the top, and then they'll all dress into their relevant circuits. I'll try and keep them on the same phases and circuits as before, because I've done like little labels when I came and tested it. So yeah, let's get that done. Right, stripped out almost. Still got to take this all out, and then get the new bit of header trunking up and mount the board and re-terminate that. I'm gonna have to crimp and extend them because they're not long enough to fit in the new board. The old one, the isolator was like right down here. It was only like inches, so I got to extend them to go up into there. But that's right. Adapt, improvise, overcome. In case you didn't know this thing in the square goes in there. That actually is used for marking galv stuff. So, in case you didn't know. Right, so I've cut my trunking, end cap both sides. I've taken the lid off the top, so I'm going to use my Sharpie and do this all the way along. But I'm going to cut it slightly smaller. Always like flat on the floor.
What's that?
Right, I'm just stopping for a second. Oh, shit. Have a coffee. So I've got the board mounted. Don't look, I don't think it's that level. I was just stuck between that conduit and that steel beam. But board's in, tails in. It's using the earthing, the arming as the earth, so I've just got a 35mm link between there and there. It's almost pointless, but this is a removable plate, which is why I wanted to bond onto the body. Nuts and bolts and all the armoured cables ready to go. Don't need that. So yeah, I had to through crimp them and extend them because the old one was only a few inches. So yeah, that's it. So I've just got, I think it's 8 or 9 circuits now. So it's not actually that bad. Now I've got the hard work done. So I've got the old schedule, but I'm going to use my testing, like EICR. I was using EasyCert and get my laptop out and just remind myself what's what. There's a bunch of three-phase commando sockets, then there's a few single-phase fuse boards, a few RCBOs and stuff. But should go straight forward from here. Once I dive all them in, I'm probably not going to re-terminate a lot of them. I'm probably just going to bosh them in, lose the slack of the tray or around the back there, and get it all in. Yeah, have a bit of lunch. Must have been, I think we've been about 3 hours so far. It's just been a bit of one of those because of the extra fat bit up the top there. All right, distribution board E is today's headache. Now, I've got a Hager Invictus board like that to replace it, but unfortunately, as you can see, there's no space. It's wider than the existing one, so unfortunately, I've got to flip it. I'm going to have to put it up there, up on top. Right, we are a little way there. Stripped the board out. Got all the, there's a lot of cables and circuits not being used, so I'm just going to coil them up in the trunk and terminate them, label them up. We have to relocate that switch now that board's come in, so the new board's going to sit on top, and then that switch I'm going to put a section of that 100 by 100 like galv lid, bolt it to that, and then re-terminate those 230, 225 couplers in the bottom. But yeah, I have a coffee now, but yeah, almost there now. Join them all up and mount the board and get them all terminated in. Oh, another long one. Job's a good one. Fan's starting to look like a proper tip in a minute. That's alright. Next week is half term, so I don't think I'm working. I think I've got a couple of days I'm working, but try and be off with the kids. Yeah, job's a good one. Oh. That's one of those annoying days where you're up steps all day long, you know? Anyone else is the same, right? All this week and last week, every morning when I open up the van, I regret my actions of the previous night where I just fucking it in. Oh well. Right. There's all the shit. Let's just turn the torch on. So this is today's headache, which is when I did my EICR, I believe that's where the singles came in. So I've got a Hago Invictus board going there. It does a combination of heater mats and PR valves, does roller shutter door, some lights. I think it's general light, oh yeah, general lights and power. That is someone who's installed a bunch of RCBOs. So I reckon the original install, no RC protection. I know you can buy these Square D RCBOs. They're like big, I think they're 2 module with a big yellow button on them. But anyway, someone installed this instead. So the power circuits run into these 600/008 and then out to the sockets. And then, so I've got to get rid of all of that as well. And then here, these 3 contactors are like 60 amp contactors, which control those single phase boards that I've already done. So they just do lighting. And so there's a control circuit which goes over to outside one of the offices, which and then comes back and which switches these contactors. So they can kill the power inside the chillers whenever they want, just from that switch, the other side of the, basically the other side of the premises. So I think I've got to relocate this one because that Invictus board is quite wide. So I think I'm going to flip it and put it up here, because this is going to go and hopefully it'll just squeeze in there. But there's a lot of usual. It's just going to be a so it'll be another long one. It's just awkward. If it's a brand new install, it's lovely and it goes in a dream. But when you're working with existing containment and existing cables, it's just laborious and takes time, you know. So anyway, let's switch this off and get this isolated. another shift done. That was the last of the 3-phase boards. Tomorrow it's just a little single phase, but that board fed a lot of other boards, so it's just a bit of a pressure one, that one, to get it all back on. But all on, all tested, no tripping, thank fuck. Let's get home.
Mine's probably lasting forever, but...
Just finishing.